In today's video, I want us to take a deep dive into all the price action. Let's see where this bad boy is and do some price prediction for ORDI Coin. This is one of the top project in the space, and I believe looking at what Bitcoin is doing currently, Bitcoin is at about $118,000 as we speak, and is hovering, let's say, in between $120,000 and $117,000. And I think because of this, we are going to see many projects do well in the course of this Bitcoin moving sideways. I would say consolidating. I haven't yet decided where price want to go. And I want us to focus mostly on the weekly time frame to see the bigger picture where price is currently sitting at with altcoin. And then from there, we can dive to the daily time frame, the 4 hours time frame, the 1 hour time frame, 30 minutes, 15 and 5 minutes time frame. So sit back there and listen to what I have to say. Of course, guys, I am not a financial advisor. So whatever you are gonna be doing is gonna be based on your own decision alone, not based on what I'm saying. You have to do your own due diligence. But guys, price is back where price started. Look at all the price started. I mean, when it was launched, by the way, during the ordinance, price moved right up to about $16, and then price retraced back to about $3. From there, we saw a massive movement with price right up to almost $100. Price is now sitting at around $10. But before then, price moved right down to $5 per order. This was a drastic of the price of ordering. Now, what is going to happen with this project last time? And the answer is yes, this is possible. Anything is possible when it comes to cryptocurrency. And I think ORDI is preparing to make a huge comeback. We're going to see a huge spike for ORDI right up to about $15. And I think $25 should be where cool down a little bit. I'm going to explain to you guys more why I say so. Now, if we have to look at the way I do analysis, I have to bring in the fib from the top to the bottom. Let's see where we should expect the next spike to go and hit on the weekly time frame. Looking at this fib, if we're gonna see, let's just say this is the bottom, this $5 was the bottom, and then now we are seeing recovery. At least price should eat half of this movement here. And you see the candle that caused this movement was this red vector candle. You can see this red vector candle. It was the candle that caused this huge drop to the downside, right down to about $36 in a week. In a week we saw price left about $79 straight away onto this zone around 37.340 price point, and from there we saw price moving downward. So I think if price have to actually go back, it have to eat at least half of this candle, cover half of this candle. And the first target should be $40, and then the half should be around $51. So give or take, if say you are buying ORDI right now, you should expect that ORDI should at least get to $40. And then the best case scenario, like if say, let's say something gonna happen along the way, let's say it's gonna get to about $50. But usually when we see price retrace from a huge dip on the weekly time frame, we should look at the golden pocket. And the golden pocket is this zone. We're gonna see price get to this zone here. So this should be the main take profit area. And then you can mark all of these other zones here on the weekly time frame. You can mark this one here, mark this one also here, this other one here. You now have complete zones where you should be looking at taking out profit. But of course, this move here should take us to this zone here. So you can see we got multiple rejection here in the past. So it's right for me to say that we should expect some sort of resistance here, because this zone was acting as support in the past. Now it should act as resistance, and if it breaks this zone, then we should expect it to hit at least half of this price point. And if it becomes more bullish from there, the golden pocket should be where we're looking at the next take profit zone. So guys, I'm just here looking at current price action and telling you guys that this is gonna happen. Also, we are still seeing price flipping, trying to stay above the alpha trend. If you see price stays above on any time frame, then it should be bullish for you. Now let's drop down to the daily time frame. Let's see what has happened here. Now we experience this huge move to the upside. You can see. Let me zoom this a little bit so you can see clearly what I'm trying to say. Now, price has been dumping, and price has been staying below the alpha trend. You can see the alpha trend is this trend line here. This red trend line is the alpha trend. When price is below it, then it means that coin is in a downtrend, and if price is above it, then it means price is in an uptrend. And we saw that usually, like when price want to reverse, price is going to first flip above the alpha trend, hit at least the 50-day and the 100-day moving average, and after that, price is going to target the 200-day moving average before we start seeing major movement to the upside. Price hits the 50-day, 100-day, and the 200-day moving average is the next target, which is going to take us to around, let's say, 14 or 13 dollars price point. This should be the zone because price gone there before this area. Yeah, we should experience some sort of minor rejection. Yeah, I think this week we're gonna see price go to $13 for ORDI. This should happen, and from there we're gonna see a huge spike to recover these vectors. Yeah. Now, why am I looking at this to mean bullish? Look at this trend printed this buy signal. Before then, I have seen that there was a liquidity grab here. And after the liquidity grab on the daily time frame, usually we see extension. Price is going to move more downward to take out some people who were still trying to long the market, take them out. And then after they must have taken them out, they will now start building contract to take price to the upside. Now, I'm looking at these two, and they have formed some sort of W. This should at least take us to the upside. This should be a perfect W on the daily time frame that should take us to this zone. If possible, break it, come back, at least retest, then move back to the upside. So I'm looking at price to play out like this, but this zone should be like okay, if you're buying spot, you should be looking at buying now. Then you can cash out profit when price break out, or you can wait for price to break out, retest, then you buy. But guys, we know how this bad boy can run. You can look at what we saw on the weekly time frame, how price was just going up, 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 up. So I think looking at price action currently is gonna be a buy for me. If I look at this zone here in the past, this zone on the daily time frame was acting as support. So if we see price hold this zone, if price trade above this zone that I've currently marked, then we should be more bullish on ORDI. Now, if I have to mark the alpha trend zone, we can still expect price to move right down here where this vector candle started. Price can still come right down there, but I doubt that price is gonna come right down to about $8 again, except we're gonna see a massive correction with cryptocurrency that might plunge price back down there. And if that's the case, then it means betting that we are gonna move more upward. If we're gonna see some sort of pullback, it should take us to about $10 again. And then from there, you can buy. This is gonna be the base entry, $10. And from there, you can take price right up to. Because if price break and close above $13, let's say $14, then the next target should take us straight away towards this resistance here around $21 before it take us on to this $25, $24 price point. So I'm looking at this on the daily time frame to mean we are still early to get in with this. Don't sit there thinking, oh, it's over for you. Now let's drop down to the 4 hours time frame to see where price is. Now on this time frame, you can see that price has been bouncing from the 50-day moving average. Yeah, this blue moving average is the 50-day moving average. So you can wait a little bit to see whether price is gonna come back there. Ever since price bounced here, we haven't seen price retrace back, and price can still come right down here to this zone here around, let's say, $10. Yeah, 9.40 as I mentioned, or maybe come right down to hit the 200-day moving average. This is possible. Price can do something like this from where we are, can do something like this, come right down here, then make it way to the upside again. Then go and break and make higher highs. So where we are, I cannot say we might get more downside for price. If say something's gonna happen with Bitcoin, then if see Bitcoin dip to about, which is something I think can happen, then we're gonna see all the as well to $9, let's say $9, $10. Now looking at this on the 1 hour time frame, you can see that on the 1 hour time frame, price is bearish. Ever since price formed this pattern, you can see this is one head, and these are the two pattern. This should take us at least towards this zone here around $10. And if price is not able to hit to reject from here, then we should be going more downward. But you can see this align exactly with the weekly and the daily setup. You can see this zone that I mark here, based on, as I mentioned, how I trade. We should expect price to get to this zone here, and from there we can start looking for that buy on the 1 hour time frame. So we can see price drop a little bit from where we are currently towards this area, and this should be a perfect zone for us to start looking for that buy opportunity, or maybe some sort of short reversal. You can even trade this. If we see price make its way down here, somehow at least price is going to consolidate, then move back up, attempt that high. If price fail to make higher highs, then note that it's going to go even more downwards there. So there's lot to take into consideration looking at current price action for ORDI. And if we drop down now to the 15 minutes time frame, you can see, like, guys, this time frame is even more bullish than I thought. Because looking at this time frame, you're gonna see that even though price is dumping somehow, price is holding this key area here. But again, as I mentioned, still, if price is not able to break and make higher highs, then this movement is gonna be meaningless. Again, this should be the zone where we should expect price to get to, and we'll start looking at that buy. That buy should be around this zone here. So the 15-minute time frame is aligned with the weekly, daily, 4 hours, 1 hour time frame. You can see clearly that if price get to this zone, it's gonna be a perfect buy opportunity for you. By the way, guys, if say you actually want to learn how to do analysis, you want to learn how to trade, how to buy cryptocurrency, how to do futures, then make sure you reach out to me. You can join my free Telegram community. The link is found below this video. I'm going to teach you one-on-one on how trading works, how to trade. You can even start trading with me on Bybit. All the links are found below this video. I can help you understand how trading works, give you all the basics you need to get started building your trading career. This is what I think you should be doing. Even if you are just an investor, you're not a trader, you need to understand price action, you need to know when to buy and when not to buy. TAs help you avoid most of the bad entries in the market. So guys, this is it. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. Thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't yet subscribed. See you the next one. Bye-bye.